Yeah.
Hello, Audioholics. This is Logan
And Tyler.
and Tyler. Oh yeah, that's right. Tyler's here, isn't he? We are sorry, everyone. We regret to inform you that Tyler is here. Right. So we are going to be doing Audioholics Unite, the podcast that has nothing to do with Apple.
It's not even really a podcast.
It's not even really a podcast. Podcast is like one of those things that's like so just loosely mentioned, like what really is a podcast? Because there's video podcasts out there and there's podcasts on Spotify, Windows, like back when the
By the
Zoom
way,
happened.
For
There was
philosophy nerds, there's this amazing podcast called Philosophize This. Look it up. Okay, continue.
they should they should do an episode on philosophizing what the hell a podcast means in the year 2020.
Well, basically a podcast is just a voiceover show.
Yeah, but
Basically.
like there's video podcasts on YouTube.
Those aren't really podcasts. They're fake.
Okay. So like back a long time ago, there used to be this podcast I followed called the Drunken Peasants Podcast. There was video, there was audio, there was YouTube videos that they like commentated over.
Yeah, but they
had their face cams.
Podcast with just the voiceovers if you went on Apple or Spotify.
Oh, well, yeah, but like that was only later. That was only later that they did that.
Yeah, I guess
like
you're right.
For the first like 100 or 200 episodes, I think it was just YouTube.
Yeah, you might be right.
Like I said, there's no actual meaning to podcast anymore, like what the term actually means.
The Baited Podcast is the best podcast of all time.
I hate you. Anyway, we are going to be doing a listen through of Welcome to the Black Parade. I've never listened to it. I've listened to the hits. He's never listened to it. I think same deal, right? You've just heard the hits off of it.
Title track, Welcome to the Black Parade.
One
song. Yeah.
I've heard that, and then there's another one that I can't remember the name of, and I'm sure we'll get to it. We're gonna both be listening to Spotify, and we will have the album in the description. We will have it on YouTube, or rather a playlist to it on YouTube, because I don't think the full album is available as like one coherent video.
I don't know. Usually there's a video, but
yeah. I'll say this though. We recommend that. We aren't monetized, so like, who the fuck cares? We recommend you turn ad block on if you're going to be listening along on YouTube to our commentary. Because
it is a comedy.
Yeah, it is now. It is.
Our lives are a comedy.
Yeah. We recommend doing that because YouTube obviously has ads, and that'll ruin the entire thing.
Of course.
I guess you could always just listen to it on Spotify as well, if you're, unless you're one of those poor cheapskates who has a basic version of Spotify that has ads.
And one thing I will add is I'm going to follow along with the lyrics on Genius, because I actually think lyrics are a big part of the quality of a song.
Good idea.
But
it'll give us
with this band, I don't know.
It'll give us more to commentate over anyway.
Yeah, but all right. So a little bit of background with me and My Chemical Romance. I basically only know them as an emo band, which could be accurate or inaccurate, but based on what I have heard from them, it sounds pretty accurate.
I mean, that's what I've heard too, but like the Black Parade and like, all the songs that I have heard from My Chemical Romance, they're really technically impressive. And that's kind of why, because I'm not usually into like emo music, but it's kind of like, it almost sounds sort of like the queen of the emo world, just sort of like,
The queen of emos.
well, yeah, but well, no, but I mean, like it's just really technically impressive.
I don't know. I personally wouldn't say that, but I guess I haven't really heard all that many
Yeah,
songs by My Chemical Romance, so perhaps I
yeah.
just don't know what I'm talking about.
And I believe this is a concept album as well. I assume the
I
concept
don't
is
know.
that there is a parade and it may or may not be black.
It's actually white, but the title's ironic.
Ha 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 ha. Irony,
Ah,
get it? Because that's exactly what emo kids like.
I mean, they probably don't know what irony is, most of them anyway. Have you heard some of them talk?
No, and I don't plan to.
Emo kids are the most like self-absorbed group of people, in my opinion, other than like maybe jocks.
Yeah, yeah. Well, enough about high school. Um, all right. Are you ready to
I'm
listen to
not
this
even
album?
talking about high school, just in general.
Okay, but like we're talking about like people who
Uh,
like basically grew up after high school and stopped doing this pointless BS.
well, anyone who's still emo after high school never grew up.
Exactly. If it, like if you're like look, I'm emo, but you know what? Like what you know
Is
what though?
my
Like
video cam lagging?
yeah, but it's fun. Like
Weird.
I, I'll say this: like once you reach 18,
There we go.
if you're still emo, that's fine because you have an actual reason to be emo. Because then you have to deal with college and bills and women and
And women. You sexist prick.
I. You know what? Women have their positives. They also have their negatives. Isn't that right, Tyler?
No, they're only positive. Right, babe? My girlfriend's in the room with me.
We are sorry to hear. All right, are you ready? Do you have your knife? Do you have your knife ready? Your
I have
pocket
my
knife?
knife ready. Yep. I'm
All
gonna play
right.
the knife game throughout this entire album, just off
Oh
camera.
yeah, cuts for My Chemical Romance.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All
All
right, well,
right.
let's get on with it. You want to count
All right.
down?
Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2. Crap. We're gonna need to start again. All right.
Why?
Restart the thing because I didn't know. I don't use Spotify much on our computer. Yeah.
Okay, I've restarted. And I've also just realized that I should probably turn the music down a bit so I can still hear you.
All right. Good point. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2. And we're
Heartbeats.
started. This sounds like Pink Floyd. So yeah, thought ya might like to come to the show.
I mean, it's a decent intro track.
Yeah, I like this so far.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to listen to this album for years. My brother's the person who finally. No, you know
Actually,
what? This
the
sounds.
the lead singer actually explicitly said they were trying to make it sound like the beginning of The Wall.
That's awesome. I was thinking that, and then but as soon as I said that, I realized no, it's more so Ziggy Stardust. I guess that kind of shows like how similar those intros are. Like 5 years, 5 years. Yeah, I really like this. I mean, like as a Pink Floyd fan.
I mean, I used to be a really big fan of Pink Floyd, but over the years I've become much less of a fan.
I mean, yeah, but like, no, okay, forget whoever the lead singer is. He's wrong. This is way more. This is like almost like parody level of 5 years
Getting some
Ziggy
problems here.
Stardust.
All right. Is it better now? Okay. All right. We're
Yeah,
good.
yeah, the webcam is better.
All right. That was a really
Uh,
interesting beginning.
yeah, yeah. This is a really good song. Dead is the name of this track now.
Dead!
Could you say that the bodies are hitting the floor? Would you say that the bodies are hitting the floor?
Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe in a few minutes. We'll see. I mean, this is very pop punky.
Yeah, but like this is like way better than any pop punk I've ever heard. It's like pop punk, but they actually have like a musical direction that isn't super annoying.
It sounds a lot like Sum 41 to me, at least from their new record. Maybe a
I
little
haven't really
less speed metal-y.
I haven't really listened to the new record. I don't like a lot of pop punk except for like maybe Blink 182, and that's only because I just grew up with them. Like I grew up with Blink 182. My brother listened to it. My dad listened to it. Um,
This song actually reminds me a lot of Rise Against as well.
yeah, I can see that, but this is like a really good vocalist.
You don't think the guy from Rise Against is good?
I think he's good. I just don't like him. I don't
No.
like pop punk because it's just like I don't know. Like, oh my god, there's like trumpets and everything. Like,
Yeah, this is a lot different from what I was expecting.
I was kind of expecting it to have like musical diversity, and this is basically so far I really like this album.
Well, we are only the first song in.
Yeah. I haven't like really listened to I haven't real like I'm not really paying as much attention to the lyrics. I know you are.
I had to close out of Genius because it was messing with my
Oh,
webcam for whatever reason.
okay.
But I am trying to listen a little close.
The guitar in this album is really good too. The mixing. Oh, who's the guy who mixed this? My brother just told me.
No idea.
Yeah, but it's like really. He's like he mixed like some of the Hailstorm albums.
I can hear
Uh,
that. I can hear that.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
look it
It's
up
like
for
the
you.
same producer for like some of the Hailstorm albums. I think there was something else I can't remember.
Oh, my phone died on me. So much for that.
Make your girlfriend do it. Yeah, but this is mixed really well. All right, we're on the third track now.
Look up who produced this album, "The Black Parade" by My Chemical Romance.
This is How I Disappear.
Well, the first song really impressed me, and so
Yeah,
far this is really good too. This was better.
yeah. Like, just listen. This is way more talent than you would expect out of a band.
Who
Kind
was it?
of this. Like, I have nothing. Look, despite
The
what we're
Black Parade by
saying,
My
we have
Chemical
nothing
Romance.
against emo people. You know, it's just like it's something that's
It's
really
easy to make
readily
fun
made
of.
fun of. Yeah, it's easy to make fun of because everybody has already done it.
Rob
It's not.
Cavallo. Cavallo. Rob Cavallo. That's who.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like personally, when I say emo kids, I'm talking about the people who post on Facebook like, "Don't trust men; they always lie and cheat," or like, "I'm a nice guy. All the
I'm
girls
a
look
nice
past
guy.
me." That to me is what an
No,
emo
what
is.
about the people who like post on Facebook like I'm having such a bad day, and then you message them like, "Hey, can I help you? Maybe you need someone to talk to." I don't want to talk about it. Okay, but
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like
those people.
you're talking about your problems like you need help. Like if you don't need help, then like Why are
Don't
you?
post about it on
Don't
Facebook.
post about it. Like, I have problems and I don't like talking to people about it. You know what I don't do? Use Facebook.
I'm glad to say I don't have many problems these days, but the few I do have aren't so serious that I would need to post to social media about it.
Yeah, and I mean, no, like, if you have a, if you want to talk to people or you need friends, talk to your friends, go on Facebook, talk about Facebook, you know, one of the uses for Facebook is you can vent to people and get support or maybe like put things more into perspective. But don't just use it to like get attention and then screw off when that attention gets to you.
That just makes you an attention seeker.
And, well, not even, because when you get the attention, you just say like, I don't want it.
No, those people who say they don't want help, they just want a ton of people messaging them like, hey, can I help you?
Yeah.
So they want the attention. They just don't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah, they
Because they
want the
don't really have
attention.
problems.
They want the attention without putting any of the work into attention.
Damn, this is actually pretty heavy, this
Right?
section.
Yeah. Like I said, really musically diverse. This is like growing to be what, like, obviously we're only like second song in, not counting the intro. But like so far this is already like, this could be like one of my favorite albums if it keeps up this momentum, which I have no reason to believe it won't.
I mean, some of the highest praise I can offer an album is it makes me want to put down the computer and pick up a guitar. And
Exactly.
this album really succeeds in that, at least so far. I'd love to learn some of these riffs.
I'd say the biggest praise that I can give an album is if I remember it the next day. And I think that, again, if it continues on the same path that it's going, I think that, what the heck is this? It sounds like my
Record
computer's
skipping.
blue. Yeah, it sounds like it's blue screening. It sounds like the album is blue screening. This sounds
What does
like
this remind me of?
Panic at the Disco.
Yeah, exactly. It also reminds me of Falling in Reverse.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, but like, if I can remember an album and have a positive memory of said album this time tomorrow, I consider that a successful album.
Yeah, that's a fair view. I mean, for me, most albums are memorable, but maybe they're boring, and that's what I find to be worse.
This is the Sharpest Lines. Oh, the Sharpest Lives, by the way.
Yeah, this is the worst song so far, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean, it's still very good, but
it sounds good. It's just like less
sharp.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this isn't as technical as the first few songs.
Still really well mixed. I'm listening to this with headphones. We both are.
Yeah.
And like, this sounds really good through headphones.
Yeah, these are pretty high quality headphones, and they sound really good.
Yeah. I'm listening to this on a gaming headset because it happens to have a microphone and, well, more importantly, happens to have a headphone jack because my other pair of good headphones are wireless.
Yeah.
Actually, I might have a headphone jack. I just didn't bother looking for it.
I think I would kind of place these guys as sort of like a pop punk band without the happiness.
I would say it's like a pop punk band, but they listen to a few Beatles and Bowie albums.
You think like a gothic or emo band, you might think of something like a Simple Plan or something like that. Not a good comparison at all.
I haven't really listened to a lot of Simple Plan, but I heard they kind of got a bit more diverse more recently.
I don't
know.
Am I
wrong on that?
I just know that they pretty much always sucked.
Yeah, I never liked Simple Plan. I had a friend once who was obsessed with Simple Plan.
I was when I was younger.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up with them. They're another band I grew up with. Like, Welcome to My Life. I grew up with
I used to
that.
love that
But,
song.
like, I grew up with a lot of these pop punk bands, and as a result, I don't outright hate the genre, but I know which ones are good and which ones are bad.
Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, Simple Plan's one of the bad ones. I grew up with them as well, but I can't go back and listen to most of their music. It just pisses me off. It's so bad. Okay, this is the song everyone knows, and the only one
Welcome
I
to the
heard on
Black
this album.
Parade. All right, let's sing it together, baby.
Oh yeah. When
Hold
I
on.
was
When I was
a
a young
young boy.
my daddy took me into the city.
Dude, you're off. No, brah.
Okay, well, maybe we're not synced up properly then.
No. I mean the wrong notes.
Okay. Okay, but, like, obviously this is a really good song. Do we even need to say how good this song is?
No.
Like, like,
This is probably the best song on the album so far, and it
well,
probably will
yeah,
be the
like,
best song on the album going forward too.
yeah, like this is the
Honest.
hit. Like anybody who, even if you don't know who My Chemical Romance is, you know this song.
I mean, it's just so well written. It's got great lyrics. It's got great production. There's just nothing wrong
Instrumentation.
with it.
Yeah, it's a
I
great
mean,
song.
I'd say it's a little bit lacking on like memorable riffs and things like that, but the percussion is top notch.
Also, even a 3-year-old could play it on piano. At least the intro part.
Oh yeah, like when I was learning piano, this was the first song I learned to
Yeah.
do. Well, at least the main melody. I'm like, dun, 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 dun.
All
I've
right.
listened to this song hundreds of times,
Yeah. Yeah,
but I
me
never
too.
explored the rest of their discography just because they have that stereotype associated with them that made me stay away from it.
Yeah, you gotta. Sometimes you have to stray away from stereotypes because, like, there's like, what's the bands that's like I was stereo? There's like some bands that I've been like against listening to because of stereotypes.
Yeah, there's a few of them for sure.
They got back together not too long ago, but they haven't. I don't think anything's
Yeah, they
come of
just
that.
reunited. I
I
don't
don't
know
think
if they're
anything's.
creating new material or not. I know they reunited for a tour at
Yeah.
least. Pretty sure. I don't know. I didn't really care much about that. I was more focused on Rage Against the Machine reunited.
Oh, that's
But
true. Let's see if anything got. Look, we live in the middle of the Trump era. They have to do something. Do something before Trump is either out of office or whatever happens.
well, I
Like,
mean, they did Prophets of Rage. It's just that sucked.
yeah,
I mean, Prophets of Rage, for all intents and purposes, is Rage Against the Machine. I think there's only the difference is just like one member or something like that.
yeah.
I know Tom Morello, Zach De La Roche. I don't remember if the bassist is in it. I think he's the same. I don't know. Yeah, we were just talking the other day about the drummer of Rage Against the Machine because he played on 13 by Black
13.
Sabbath. Yeah, and I always thought he was very subpar performance on that album, but more or less he's a standout on Rage albums.
Yeah.
I
I
found
don't
like the more I listen to albums, the more I focus on drums, and
Yeah.
the quality and tastefulness of the drums is often indicative of how good the album is. I've
Well, this
noticed.
album has really good drumming, so
Yeah. Yeah, the drumming on this album so far is extremely good.
I mean,
I'm
this
currently
this
working.
album is look. This song is pure sex. What else do you want me to say?
Yeah, it's orgasmic. But yeah, I'm currently working on my Nightwish review, and one thing that I really drew attention to in the positives of that video was how good the drumming is in Nightwish. The percussion is just top notch.
Yeah,
But the thing that I found interesting is that the rest of the album, as you'll see in the review, is just it's not really up to snuff.
yeah,
So anyway, as a general indicator of how good an album is, it works, but maybe not in every case.
yeah.
Way to add to the discussion, brah.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
All
Yep.
right, we are on. I don't love you.
I don't love you either. Fuck you, bro. Now, what's the name of the song?
Ha, yeah, that's what it should be called. I don't love you. Fuck you, bruh.
All right, so far I hate it.
I need to give it some more time. I mean, this is a concept album, so like they should have like some. They should have like some like lower, kind of like slower songs. Like a good concept album has like a mix of different
Uh,
kinds of music.
I mean, like, I just feel like a slow track wasn't necessary. They were fine
Uh,
where they were.
I mean, I don't hate this,
I do.
but I don't hate this so far. But I mean,
It's a
it's not
downer.
like the best song on the album.
I wouldn't say it's outright bad, but it's definitely the worst song so far. Hands down.
I would still say what was the one Sharpest Lives.
Sharpest
I'd say
Swords.
I.
Yeah.
That's not really a bad song either.
Yeah, this song, I think I might hate it more as it goes on. Oh, the vocals are
Yeah.
really good.
Again, it's not bad, but yeah, I think I might actually hate this more now too. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like Oasis, but with a harder edge to it.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Today's gonna be the day. I'm actually learning Wonderwall right now, no joke.
Cool.
I think it's important to learn songs you hate
Yeah.
so you can avoid doing what they do.
They control them, so you control the audience.
Exactly. At any point in our live show, we can just be like, all right, we hate you. Here's Wonderwall, and make everyone walk out.
We have a band, by the way. It's probably not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, probably not. We'll probably actually release recorded songs on this channel, I'd imagine.
Maybe. I don't know, eventually.
I mean, I wouldn't put it on Spotify. At least not yet. If it
I don't
goes
know.
anywhere on YouTube, then maybe, but
Maybe.
it actually costs money. You have to like actually pay for it to go on places like Spotify.
You know, that's how Justin Bieber made it big.
Yeah, he uploaded on YouTube and got found by a record producer, I think it was, who found him.
It was yeah, I can't remember who it was, but he was like a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, all I care about is if we ever record a song, and I just want to get it out there. I mean, I don't care if people
Yeah.
listen to it. Making it for me, not them. So
I don't know. Like this song has been kind of a roller coaster for me. I don't know. Like I kind of like it.
I think it's boring. I think it's a drag. I don't like it.
You know, I can see that, but I don't hate it. I could. I would not mind listening to this again.
I'd probably skip it if I came back through this album again. Which so
This is
far,
just a,
like, I do like this album so far, but it's not anything that I would probably come back to. Aside from Welcome to the Black Parade and the second song, I think it was.
I'd come back to it. I like this album so far. There's not a song that is made that has made me say like, okay, this is bad.
Oh, no. I just don't know if it's really so far up my alley that I'd want to come back to it multiple times. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we're listening to House of Wolves now.
I really like this song so far.
Me too. This might be my second favorite song on the album
Yeah, same.
so far.
Maybe I would come back to this album to listen to it again, just to listen to it closely and for the lyrics as well,
Yeah.
since I can't do that anymore. I don't know why it's screwing up my webcam. I guess next time I'll just have to pull up the lyrics on my phone.
Because you have a poor people's computer. That's why.
Yeah, it's so grainy. I hate it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, I suppose.
Yeah.
The vocals are a serious standout on this album.
Agreed.
The vocals, the drums, the guitar's really good.
I'd say the vocals and drums are probably the biggest standouts.
I can barely hear the bass guitar.
I kind of can. It's like.
I'm really listening for it too, and I can't really hear it.
I mean, it's not like up front and center in the mix, but I can kind of hear it if I listen. This sounds like White Stripes,
but better in every way.
Yeah.
All right, I kind of hate the White Stripes. What are your opinions on them?
I like White Stripes. I'm not a huge fan of Jack White's solo career, even though I do have the Lazaretto album on vinyl because it is pretty interesting. There's like one bit where it has like 33, 45, and 78 speeds somewhere on it. It has like bonus tracks hidden inside the label. The one side you have to play backwards. They're made of both sides are made of different materials. One has like a glossy finish, one has a matte finish. There's like a...
Yeah. I mean, personally, I think I actually prefer Jack White's solo career. I think he got a lot more creative.
Creative, I'm just not like... I don't know. Blues in general, like that style of blues, I always thought was kind of creatively bankrupt. And the way he does it is especially creatively bankrupt. But I prefer the White Stripes over Jack White solo.
Oh, God. Another slow song. We don't need these.
Hey, Black Parade started out as a slow song. Give it a chance.
I will. Listen, like, I used to love slow songs and albums, but lately I've just been thinking, why does it need to be here? It always brings the album down.
To give it variety. Like, not every album can be like speed, like ripping. Like, sometimes you just need to take a break.
Sometimes, but not every album needs that. It feels like a lot of the time artists just slap one in there because it's necessary.
This song is called Cancer, by the way.
Okay, I hate this. This is garbage.
Yeah, this is the worst song on the album.
All right, so back to what I was saying about slow songs. Testament just released an album called Titans of Creation. By the way, brilliant album, great thrash metal record. I mean, it's no Ride the Lightning or Master of Puppets or Rust in Peace. But if you were craving for a really good quality thrash metal album, you get it with that album. Not a single slow song. It's just straight up thrash metal from start to finish.
You know what
That's what we need. We need more of that. We need less of let's throw in an obligatory acoustic track just because. It doesn't need to be there.
Sometimes it can be okay, but like sometimes they can be good.
Yeah, I mean sometimes sometimes you need that, but you don't always need that,
I
which is my
guess you're
point.
right. I don't know. I just don't automatically write a song off just because it's a ballad.
I mean, I don't either, but on an album like this, I think the slow songs bring it down. They stop the momentum. They don't keep it going or take a break or anything like that. They just stop it.
I don't think that's how I would look at it though. I don't see this as momentum. I see this as a musically diverse project by a musically diverse band that's doing a concept album. All right, we are listening to Mama.
But my objection to that would be you can be musically diverse without having a ballad. If your album would be brought down by a ballad, you can find other ways to be diverse. Look at
I don't
another great album. Thank You Scientist, Maps of not that one. It's Stranger Heads Prevail. Not a single ballad on that entire album, but there's so much diversity of sound. Not one
I
song sounds like another.
I don't think ballads necessarily bring down this album though. Like if you
See,
look
this
at
is
kind of
diverse.
like yeah, like if you look at kind of like the musical influences of this album coming to be, like Pink Floyd and David Bowie, they did ballads all the time, like
Yeah,
like
they do good
Comfortably
ones
Numb,
though,
for example,
which is a great
or
song.
yeah, you
Has
know,
one of the best solos of all time, in my opinion.
what Comfortably Numb,
Yeah,
yeah, but like you know, what is it? What was the end song of Ziggy Stardust? I think it was just the death of Ziggy or something like that, or Rock and Roll Suicide. This song is weird.
I like it.
I kind of like its weirdness though.
It feels to me like a circus.
Yeah,
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is a diverse song that doesn't sound like any of the other songs. You can have diversity without making a ballad.
you can, but like a ballad doesn't necessarily hurt it.
I think it does with this album.
I don't think it does with this album. I think that there are cases where a ballad would hurt it, but like for example, Metallica's Black Album. I think like as much as you want to say about Nothing Else Matters, I think it's I think it's extremely overrated and hurts the album as a whole.
I don't think so. I think it feels perfectly in place. I think the slower songs that Metallica has made, or at least the slower sections of songs, have always fit in nicely. Weirdly enough, I mean, think about Sanitarium or Fade to Black.
I guess, but like I don't know, like Sanitarium isn't really like a soft song, and Fade
I
to
mean, it's
Black
soft until
builds.
the chorus.
Yeah, but yeah, but like Fade to Black also builds to something. Like I think if it was like
It
just the
does.
first half of Fade to Black, that would kill that album too.
I think the Unforgiven is actually the overrated song on that album.
I could agree with that. I was gonna kind of defend it, but I think the later versions of Unforgiven off of Reload and or was it Load or Reload? I can't remember. And Death Magnetic, those are pretty good.
I love the Unforgiven 3.
Me too. This song is such a trip. I love it.
It's so good. I love it.
Yeah. Is it is it my favorite song?
No.
No. But like it's not my favorite song, but it's the most technically good song.
We're already almost done with the record.
Wow. I
Are we
have a few.
listening to the hidden track?
Yeah, let's
All right,
do it
so
since
we're
it's on
on Sleep now.
Spotify. So yeah, I think "Teenagers" is the other song that I'd heard off this album.
I don't think I've heard it, but I do recognize the title. I think This Is How I Disappear and House of Wolves are the best songs so far.
Uh,
Dead was really good too. I mean, other than Welcome to the Black Parade, which is obviously still
Mama is
probably number one for
good.
me.
House of Wolves is good.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, I would say I'd say the title track, House of Wolves, and Mama is good. And this is good too. This song Sleep. I think Teenagers, if I remember, is almost like a parody of like the stereotype of emo kids. And you'll kind of hear what I mean. You'll kind of hear what I mean like when we get to it.
So far, I'd say this is a good song, but it feels more like a filler track than any of the other ones have so far, except for the
I would
ballads.
agree. I would agree. I would say like I'd say like this is a good song, but it's probably the first one I would skip.
Really, you wouldn't skip the ballads?
I
At
wouldn't skip
least
the
not the
ballad.
second one.
I honestly I don't think I'd skip anything on this album because it's a concept album. Like that's just a principle with me. Like a concept album, you really shouldn't skip anything, and it's all kind of supposed to flow. And I think this album does flow.
Wouldn't you agree, though, that there are some concept albums that are just stupid?
Yeah, of course. Of course, not every concept album is good. You know,
No,
Kilroy
I
is
mean,
here. Kilroy is here
let me
exists after
clarify.
all.
I mean, concept albums where the concept is stupid. Maybe the album is really good, but the concept sucks. So would you skip it then?
Would I skip the entire? Would I skip the entire album? Of course.
No, just like certain songs.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like I've listened to like the singles of American Idiot for like all of my life, and I've only a
Is that a
couple years
concept
ago.
album?
Oh yeah, it's a concept album. Like there's like political stuff in there. There's
Yeah, I didn't realize that was a concept album.
it was I don't remember the exact concept, but it's basically about like this guy who like goes into like this dark depression. The Jesus of Suburbia goes into like this dark depression and like I don't know. You'd have to like look up the concept because I don't remember it off the top of my head. But needless to say, American Idiot is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Another great concept album we were talking about Nightwish earlier, Endless Forms Most Beautiful, which is about life. It's a great album and a great concept for an album.
Which is
Because
appropriate because it's appropriate because Nightwish makes me want to die. So I mean,
the title, Endless Forms Most Beautiful, is actually taken from a quote from Charles Darwin in his Origin of Species.
okay, like to clarify, that was a joke. I don't. Nightwish is not my personal like
Damn, the
cup
ending
of
of this song
tea.
is intense.
Yeah, it's not my
I like
personal
how
cup
this
of
song
tea, but
builds
I
up.
respect the hell out of Nightwish. They are all super talented, especially the vocalists in each incarnation of the band.
Yeah, I'd agree to that. I mean, they're not everyone's cup of tea, but
Yeah,
either way, you can't argue. Endless Forms Most Beautiful is a great concept album.
yeah, I like this song now.
Yeah, this has gotten so much better as it's gone on. So
Yeah,
I take it back. This is not a filler track. I
you're a
thought it was.
filler track.
You're a filler person. God was like,
Oh.
I need to pan out the human species. Let me create this stupid fuck. We're not populated enough.
This is Teenagers.
No, I have not heard this. I didn't think I had. You know, I
Okay, this
bet
is not.
this is on purpose, but this melody is overdone.
Yeah, you know what? Never mind. This is like. This is not what the lyrical stuff is not exactly what I remember. It's actually like serious.
Yeah, that's totally on purpose, right?
I won't pay ya, no way. I mean, it's like, regardless, it's catchy as hell. Like,
Yeah, but
you
like I said,
will,
I'm pretty sure that's on purpose.
yeah, you will be humming this in the shower tomorrow. I'm kidding. You don't take a shower.
I took a shower just this morning,
When was the last time you did it before then?
yesterday.
Liar.
No, honest. I've been doing it a lot since I've been growing out my beard.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I keep that shit groomed.
Yeah, the ladies love the tickle.
I mean, I always thought my beard was terrible, but I just decided I'm going to let it grow, and one day I'm going to have a badass beard. Not right now, but one day.
That's kind of what I did for like the most part. And then when I got home, I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna like shave it. I don't like it's already growing back, so like when it grows back, I'm just gonna let it fill out. Especially because like when I recorded my last video, I was like, is it me or do I still look like I'm 14 doing videos on my other channel?
You do. I look so much older than I used to, but you look the same.
Yeah, because you have a beard. Like if you had a
Even when I
baby
was baby
face,
faced.
yeah, if you had a baby face, you would look like a toddler, just like me.
Even baby face. Like you could compare me to myself 2 years ago, and you're like, are you the same person?
Like
Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty crazy.
21 and I look like I'm 15.
All right, it's not the best song on the album, but it's won me over.
It's irresistibly catchy. Like
And listen to those vocals, dude.
yeah, it's irresistibly catchy. You can't not like that. Like it, writing a pop hook is not as easy as some people think it is.
That's pretty easy. Disenchanted, another slow song.
It just
I'm
started.
disenchanted with these ballads
It
on this
just
album.
started. It just started.
I'll give it a try.
Give it the
Okay, I'll give it a
fucking
chance.
benefit of the doubt, Tyler.
I'm not known for that. All right, well, it is the best one so far. Best ballad, anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
Sounds like something you could play on acoustic, dude.
I can't play anything on acoustic. I like tried to like play Satisfaction and
It
like
was so bad.
yeah. Like that is the easiest song to play on any guitar.
I mean, you do have to slide, so maybe it's a little bit more difficult than Noob Smoke on the Water.
Fair enough. That's true. But it's like
Rhythm.
like the major like riff is just one string.
Yeah. Well, so is Smoke on the Water, but well, I mean,
Yeah,
not if you play it accurately, but nobody does when they're learning.
really.
The Smoke on the Water is actually two strings, and you pick them with your hands, not with an actual pick.
You should do like you should like find a way to do like a shredderific version of Smoke on the Water.
I did a thrash version for fun.
Awesome.
There's a really good video by K-Mac where he does like a Tool version of Smoke on the Water. It's pretty good.
There was
Maybe that was
just a
Roof.
place called Montreux, and there was a fire there.
Really don't like Deep Purple. I know we said something about that on the Black Sabbath video, but I
Yeah,
really don't like Deep Purple. I
I
just
like
don't get them. They're not my
certain.
cup of tea.
I'll get. You need to give the rock album a chance, or the In Rock album a chance.
I did. We listened to that one together, remember?
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah.
Child in Time is an epic song. Amazing vocals.
Like, the vocals are a big problem for me, but the guitar is the biggest. I love Richie Blackmore, but I like him in Rainbow. I don't like him as much in Deep Purple.
I actually prefer Rainbow after Dio left, but I love the what is it?
Rising album.
Rising album. I was about to call it the Stargazer album, but
I mean, that's the best song on the album,
yeah.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
this
mean,
song
I
is really
like
good.
pretty much every incarnation of Rainbow,
Yeah.
personally. I mean, I'm not like a fanboy. I don't love Rainbow, but
I
I
don't
do
really
like it.
care for the first album of Rainbow. It has like Man on the Silver Mountain, but like most of the
Yeah.
songs after that are just too slow.
I do like the first album, but it is more along the lines of Deep Purple, I'd say, than most of their other ones.
I wouldn't even say that. It's just like maybe I need to give it another shot, but like I remember like it was like Smoke or Man on the Silver Mountain, and then after that, like a whole bunch of acoustic shit.
No, I don't remember that. Maybe you're right. I haven't listened to
I
that
don't know.
album in years.
I haven't really listened to that album very close either. And then there's the Long Live Rock and Roll album, which I never listened to, but I'm sure is probably decent.
So this was Disenchant. You know what this band reminds me a lot of? Palais Royale.
I've never heard of them.
I'll send you a few of their songs after this video is done. Obviously, I would assume Palais Royale are extremely inspired by this band and not the other way around,
Yeah.
but nonetheless,
Like
I
My
think Palais
Chemical
Royale,
Romance is like I think My Chemical Romance might be one of the most influential bands of our time.
I'd have to agree. They weren't influential to me, but to most people I
To a
know,
lot
yeah.
of people.
Yeah. I mean, we joke about how they're emo and whatever, but the fact of the matter is,
That shit sells sometimes.
everybody, well, yeah, but everybody loves these guys. I've never heard anyone who's like, oh, I think My Chemical Romance sucks. Never met someone like that.
Yeah. Famous last
Last
words.
words, yeah.
And then we're gonna listen to the bonus track because it's on the version. It's gonna be on the playlist that I'll link on YouTube anyway.
I mean, it's pretty
So
good.
far, sounds like a good way to close the album.
That's a good
Oh,
riff.
that is a tasty riff right there.
Yeah. I
I
love
cannot
that
say
melody.
I cannot say enough good about this band and about this album. I haven't listened to any of the other albums, but I cannot say enough good about this album.
I think it's won me over the longer it's gone on.
Yeah.
I mean, I really liked it from the start, but the longer this album has gone on, the more I want to come back to it and dive into the concept, whatever it is, and maybe learn some of the songs and various other things.
My guess is this is sort of like the dark version of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Like you have like Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and then on the other side you have the Black Parade.
Maybe. God, that riff is good. That's a bluesy riff right there.
My hand is on the trigger, I'm ready to ignite. Sorry.
Oh, God, Logan. I'm surprised you even, like, knew that song.
It's one of them that I grew up with.
Fair enough. He hates
I don't
Avenged
even,
Sevenfold.
yeah. I didn't even know who it was.
Yeah, it's Avenged Sevenfold.
It's
That
one of those
country.
songs that my brother listened to when he was a teenager.
He didn't listen to this?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Avenged Sevenfold, I think, is going to be one of those bands we talk about in 15 years, in 20 years, in 30 years.
Yeah, probably. At least in metal circles.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're going to go down in history as the next Black Sabbath, but certainly maybe the next, Slayer or something like that.
Yeah.
Ghost, now that's a band that might actually go down in history as the next Black Sabbath.
Yeah, I could see that. Or the next Blue Oyster Cult. Or the
Well,
next Uriah Heep, wherever, all of their influences, they will be the next incarnation of.
you missed Kiss.
A Kiss.
They pretty much already have become the next Kiss.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Kind of
like they
makes me
already...
ashamed for being a fan, but,
Kiss has some good songs, but I would agree I've lost a lot of interest in them as time has gone on. There was Gene Simmons claimed to have invented the metal symbol. The metal horns.
Dio did that. Fuck you.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody should tell Dio. Dig him
tell
up out
Dio's
of his
hologram.
Tell Dio's hologram.
Get him in the middle of Holy Diver.
Yep.
There's rumors that
Gene Simmons did the metal sign first.
No,
obviously,
obviously Dio isn't singing since he's dead. There's someone backstage who probably sounds like him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rumors going around that Ozzy was doing that in his tours before, he stopped touring.
I mean, if he was doing that, then whoever did that sucked. I saw Ozzy.
He was constantly out of breath, and
He was constantly out of breath. He had to take 10-minute smoke break or whatever while Zakk Wylde just shredded.
Zakk Wylde's playing the guitar with his tongue, and Ozzy's like, "Hey Sharon, I need a water.
I need a black cigarette, man. It's good, isn't it?"
I don't know. I'm so mixed on this album. I want to give it high praise, but I feel like it's a very flawed album too.
Yeah, I'm mixed on whether I give it a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10.
I would say I'm leaning more towards 7 or 8. The ballads really bring it down a bit for me. It's definitely not a 6 though.
All right.
Well, we still got one song left.
Yeah.
I think it's a song anyway.
It's
already Silence, so.
Well, it's the hidden track, so I assume it's gonna be.
What if we have to slow it down because it's 1 second and that's the whole song?
I'm not going through that trouble live or whatever.
Yeah, me neither.
This is live. Whenever you're watching this, we are talking to you right now. Hey, yeah. Paul. Hey, Paul. How's the family doing? Paul? Hi, I'm Paul.
You know what? I think there's a Sandy in the audience. They're not all Pauls.
Okay, fine. Paul and Sandy.
Hey, Logan. I am appalled by your overgeneralization.
You hear that? That's the sound of nobody laughing at you.
Maybe they should play Pokemon so that they can Pokemon go to the Pauls.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, here the song's here.
This is what we waited this time for.
Is this Charlie Chaplin?
I love these guys. You can't take it seriously as a track. It's a hidden track.
Agreed.
Disturbed did a good cover of I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, though.
They did a great cover of that.
That was a bonus track. Joan was quizzical.
I never liked U2 ever in my entire life, but that song has been growing on me a lot because I hear it all the time at work. So I might have to go back and listen to the album or something.
Silver hammer came down upon her head.
I hate you, bitch. Blood! Blood! Blood!
Is it sad that I weirdly like this song?
Yes! I'm
Okay, well,
Batman.
fuck you then.
No, I kind of like it too. This is the best
Yeah.
song on the album, guaranteed.
And we are
All
done.
right. Yeah,
So,
so
wait.
real time.
Yeah, so your
I'm
thoughts on
so
the album.
I was really jumping back and forth between thinking it's a great album and thinking it's something that's good, but maybe something I wouldn't return to. I think I need to listen to it again.
Yeah, me too. Like I liked the album all the way through, but I think I need to listen to it alone and like really absorb like the lyrics and what they're saying and the message behind it.
Yeah, yeah. I really feel like that's something that I need to do before I can make a decision on whether or not I want to. What the hell? It's playing again. Shut up.
So
What was I
like
saying? Right. Yeah, I need to
give
listen
it
to it again so I can decide whether or not it's something I love or something that I think is good, but it's not really my thing, you know?
so like based off of your first impression on a
First
scale from 1 to
impression, 8 out of
10.
10. 8 out of 10, easily. I don't like those ballads. They brought it down. The last one was pretty good, but other than that, and there
I
was
would
like one song that I thought was kind of fillerish, so 8 out of
I'm going to have to say maybe 8 out of 10 as well, but I'll say 8.5 just to be different.
10. I'm 8.69420.
Anyway, that's the end.
Are
I
you
want to have
appalled?
I'm going to let myself have the final word so that we don't have to let him deal with this nonsense. So, bye.